I just want to come out here on this beautiful day. It is August 16th, 2022 today. And the weather is really, really nice. It cooled down. This week it's going to be cooler. A cooler week, not warm enough to go to the pool. And if you look up in the sky, if you look up, you can see some clouds up in the sky. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I'm turning my camera the right direction. I hope that you can see those puffy clouds up there. But I just want you to just admire the clouds. Isn't that neat? It's like inedible floating cotton candy. Because I've always admired clouds. And there's several different types. There's cumulus and other types as well. But it's so neat. If you've ever seen Les Miserables, there's a song in that musical, Castle on a Cloud, which is so pretty. And the whole idea about castles in the air, ice cream castles in the air, if you've ever heard the song Both Sides Now, there's a section on clouds. And clouds are in the sky, really puffy and gorgeous. So, enough about the weather. This is just the backyard. Some of the outdoor updates I've done make it look as if I'm doing these videos in the afternoon. Not true. This beautiful tree. You know, I like doing these videos. I like coming out here and just spontaneously coming up with things on the spot. Because I think that there is beauty and neatness in the informality, you know, in the informal part of these videos. I'm trying to look at the camera more. And I may do some astrology videos out here with the phone or in another part of my house. Maybe smaller videos, less, you know, big videos like Jupiter moving into Aries or, you know, Mercury retrograde. You know, those are bigger videos, including the one that premiered today on Mars in Gemini, which you can go check out. You'll find the link on my Facebook page as well. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking right now, as I speak, and I say that because there's no, you know, guarantees for the future, because I may change my mind and change my values over how I want these videos to be. But the real reason why I'm coming out here is because I filmed a video at the very beginning of August. I think it was like the last day of July. It's in the evening, the same day, because I thought that, you know, because I made several videos, which I intended to be one video called August 2022 Lunar Events. So, I filmed a couple videos, and then I filmed my part 2 video for August 2022 lunar events, because it kind of made sense since it was the second part of the video. And I started to notice that some of the things that I was talking about in that video were not accurate. And I sort of really pushed my will and really kind of fought myself tooth and nail whether to keep the video or get rid of the video. And since the August 2022 lunar events part 1 video, since, you know, the first part of August, the 1st through the 15th, is done at this point, that I'm not going to pull those down or redo those videos. But I did pull down that second part of August 2022 because I felt really bad, and I felt like I could have delivered more accurate information. Because it's just, you know, it's more complex. There's another layer of the onion besides the things that I am aware of in astrology, and all the things that I know about it, in which at this point I'm very, very knowledgeable in the years that I have studied it. And I kind of made a discovery that really set me to feel guilt for what I have done. And I have a video on it. It's about identifying when aspects in the natal chart are exact. You can have an aspect. Mars is trine to Pluto, and it was exact a couple days ago on the 14th. Mars is still trine to Pluto, but it moved out of its exactitude. And with so many aspects in the natal chart, basically me looking for a day to talk about these aspects, and when they're occurring, it's not exactly, you know, the exact day that the aspects are exact. And so it definitely makes things simpler and narrows things down. You know, where you have so many different things to choose from to talk about, but you know, some things are more exact than other things in their orb. So the Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction was exact August 1st, July 31st. So I think that I spoke about something in that video about an aspect that I looked up again, and I don't know, wasn't accurate. Yeah, I don't need to get into the specifics, but anyway, I got rid of the video. I'm not going to remake the video. I'm just going to continue on, you know, and again, no guarantees, but I will continue on through the month, as all of us will, and taking that away and putting that in my box of knowledge and strategy that I implemented when I did the most recent video on Mars and Gemini. So, yeah. So, I kind of went on and talked a lot about that. But, you know, so anyway, today, Mercury, the planet of communication and your mind of how you perceive things in the environment, is making a trine to Uranus, which is very topsy-turvy, very erratic, very eruptive, where, you may think that one thing may happen, but then something else happened that you didn't expect that's going to just come about and rock your world. So with Mercury in a really positive aspect to Uranus, Mercury in Virgo is definitely very analytical and very discerning. Trine to Uranus in Taurus, which is really all about what is needed and unneeded. What needs to be cleaned out, cleared away, and what can stay. What is most important to you. Then, with this trine, it can be flashes of insight. Like, you know what? All of a sudden, I feel like I'm doing this thing. And you know what? This isn't really working out. And I just had this amazing idea. And you know what? I'm going to act on it. And this is where maybe my style of speaking about astrology is maybe a practical one. Maybe the way of painting the shed you could be painting it one way, but then at the extreme cases you could invent another way to paint. Or there may be another type of paint that would look better on the shed, or would, whatever the reasoning is. And maybe this aspect of today, and again, I don't need to be so overwhelmed with, you have this going on, you have that going on. Because some of the aspects, if you were to look it up on a natal chart, especially on Cafe Astrology, are not, exact. And so, the moon's in Aries today, definitely, fire sign, good to initiate new things and start up new projects, but don't be too competitive either with moon in Aries. Be careful of not getting into any arguments, and you may have boosts of passion or joy or spark, to want to try something new. And, yeah. So, the downsides to Mercury trine Uranus, maybe it could be wild. You may feel, kind of unbalanced, like you're just jolting forward with this new idea and just sort of straight out of a cannon feeling like I'm just all of a sudden doing this in my life, and then all of a sudden it changes, or I have the desire to suddenly change this thing going on. So, that is my update video for all of you today. Please like this, share this, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you another time.